Right, so we started cooking. As I say, what we're going to do is we are got in our pot. This is where I need my gloves because the fire has actually got really hot now. So in our pot we've got our veggies that are steaming. So this device you see here is actually a steamer. It's got holes in the bottom that lets the hot water from underneath come up. Got a couple of eggs in the bottom, so it's truly one pot cooking. What we're going to do is just going to move our pot over to this side so we can see what we're going to do next. So what we've got, and before I did all my food prep, I washed my hands because obviously we've been cutting wood earlier on and firelight and things like that. So we have actually done hand washing, things like that, basic food hygiene. So what we've got is we've got our frying pan. I'm just going to heat that up a bit now, and in our bowl we have got, and I'll just put my spatula down on my gloves because my gloves are fairly clean on the back. We've got a bowl, we've got our flour and water dough, and with that what we're making is damper bread. So it is a little bit sticky, that shouldn't be a problem, and what we're going to do is just going to pat it down into our pan. There's no oil in there or anything like that, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wash that dough off my hands. Right, so I've now washed my hands. Hand washing is really important when we're cooking food for other people and for ourselves, but the risks involved when we're outside are massive, because especially in an urban environment like this, you've got cats, dogs, rats, mice, everything around here. So we've got to wash our hands, make sure that our hands are clean. If we're doing food prep, chopping boards are important, making sure we don't mix our raw meat with cooked meat with veg, things like that. So what we've got, as I say, we've got our carrots and broccoli, which is our steamed veggies. We've got our eggs that are cooking underneath. We've got our flour and water dough, which all it is flour and water. And all we're doing is we're effectively baking it in our frying pan. We're not actually putting any oil in the frying pan. We are just simply baking it through. Our fire, we've not had to add too much to it. Might need to add a little bit more fuel in a bit. But what I'll do is I will show you, bring the camera around, show you inside our pot, our steamer. So what we've got is we've got our dough that's cooking there. It will start to brown off on the bottom in a bit. Inside our steamer pot, we've got our steam starting to come through for our veggies. And below that we've got our eggs boiling. That water, if you want to use that to make a cup of tea or for washing up or whatever afterwards, it's perfectly fine for that as well. And our bread, our damper bread, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the pan away because it's a little bit hot to get around the sides. The handle's not too hot on the pan, just turn it over. And what I'll do is, so that's our damper bread. It started to go hard on the bottom and brown. So as it cooks through, that'll fluff up just ever so slightly. It's not self-raising flour, it's just plain flour, but it will start to fluff up just a tiny bit. I like my eggs hard boiled, so you could soft boil an egg, in the cooking pot. I like hard-boiled eggs. The great thing about damper bread as well is that it travels quite well. You can wrap it in a tea towel and carry it with you if you're out trekking or anything like that, if you're out for the day. It doesn't squash in your bag as much as regular bread does. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at the bottom, and what you're doing is you're just feeling that it lifts off the pan on its own. So if it's still sticking, that means there's still a bit of moisture in the bread and it needs to just lift off the bottom of the pan. And then we'll keep turning it, and basically what we don't want to do is we don't want to burn it, because that doesn't make nice bread. But what we want is a nice evenly cooked piece of bread. We could have done a piece that covers the whole bottom of the pan, but we're just doing a light lunch for me, so we're not doing it for a large group. If we're doing it for a large group, we can have a larger pan. And I don't know if you can see the steam now coming off our steamer pot, so we'll have another quick look in there. And our veggies are starting to steam, so that's good. And underneath, our eggs have got a really nice rolling boil going now, so we'll leave that there. Obviously with hot pans, with hot water, we need to be careful. We need to be thinking about burns and scalds. So what we don't want to be doing is having large groups around the fire when we're cooking. We want to keep our distance really. Have one person in charge of the cooking, keeping an eye on it all. And our bread has just started to lift off the bottom, but it is starting to burn a little, so we'll turn it just so it doesn't burn too badly. Right, what I'll do is I'll turn the camera off a little bit because watching bread bake is really, really slow. But we'll come back to it in a bit when it's all prepped and ready to go.